Now, North Korea's foreign minister is on her way to Moscow for talks with her Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. The Russian Foreign Ministry says Choe arrived in the eastern city of Vladivostok on Tuesday before travelling to the Russian capital. Her second visit to Russia this year, seen as a mark of increased cooperation between the two countries. Now, thousands of North Korean soldiers are reported to have been deployed to Russia's border with Ukraine as part of those deepening ties. Well, Konstantin Eggert is DW's Russia analyst and is covering this story from Vilnius. Welcome back, Konstantin. What's being said about the reasons behind this visit?
Well, the reasons are very clear. It's ironing out details of cooperation between North Korea and Russia. In a sense, they still have a lot of details to deal with in terms of deploying North Korean soldiers to the Ukrainian soil, including, as some Russian expert Telegram channels are mentioning, the issue of language and command and control. Another thing, which is also being mentioned by Russian sources, and not only Russian, is that North Korea doesn't do anything for free. So it seems like they also want to discuss what exactly Putin is going to do for North Korea. What is mentioned is actually giving Pyongyang advanced satellite technology because it wants the Pyongyang, the regime there, North Korean regime, they want to launch spy satellites, and this is not going very well for them, so probably the Russians are going to help with that. I'm certain that the North Korean minister has a bag full of things to discuss with the Russians.
OK, so does that mean that the deployment of these troops is not a done deal if they are still ironing out the details?
No, the deployment is a done deal. I'm sure about it. What needs to be ironed out is probably some things on the ground. As someone who served myself, I perfectly understand that when you deal with someone who speaks a different language, you have to ensure communication. Also, I think that North Korean soldiers, North Korean officers and men, they live in a different military reality. It's just a fact. So they need to be taught a lot about how, for example, Russian command structure works, what this or that command actually means. So I'm sure there are things to iron out. I don't think they will be deployed tomorrow. I think they still need to be trained. But as I said, I think there are other things on the agenda, not only this. This can be ironed out by North Korean officers that are rumored to be already in the Russian regions bordering Ukraine, or probably even in some occupied parts of occupied Ukraine. So I'm certain that they are going to be deployed. There's no doubt about it. Right. And by the way, Phil, just about an hour ago, I watched on some Russian YouTube channels, smartphone videos of North Korean military in the Red Square, kind of looking at the wonders of Moscow and people taking selfies with them. Come to think about that.
OK, so on that then, is the arrival of thousands of North Korean troops to assist Russia's invasion of Ukraine, is that actually making news there?
Well, it does, I'm sure. But what the reaction to this news will be, that's a different question. I think most of Russians are trying to isolate themselves from the reality of war. And also, I think the Putin regime is not making, if you wish, a big event out of the arrival of North Koreans, because anyone, someone who doesn't follow Ukraine, can say then, well, it seems like they're running out of Russian recruits and they need foreign help now. So I do not think that's something that's going to be kind of drummed up by the Kremlin. But people in Russia, they try to, as I said, keep their heads low, isolate themselves from the unpleasant reality. Eventually, as it used to be in Russian history many times, it will probably catch up with them, but probably not tomorrow.
OK, fascinating as ever, Konstantin. Thank you for that. Konstantin Eggert, DW's Russia analyst.
Thank you.